Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee, Books, and Rain, where I am crossing fingers that it's going to rain, but I probably shouldn't hold my breath because it's only like a 40% chance. And I have my coffee, which kind of actually matches me a little bit today, although this is a sack of books and this is like a little, I think it's a milk carton. It's kind of funny because it says yummy over here. I don't know, but I feel like with my super blonde hair now. I just recently, like yesterday, spent the time to redo my whole hair, took out my hair extensions, all that stuff. This is what it looks like. This is the length it was. I didn't even take scissors or anything to it. This is just what it is. But, we are rocking that emo sort of vibe now. Bless me. But this is actually from a website called ThreadUp, so this is not sponsored in any way. It's just like where I got it. I love the fact that it's a secondhand website, so you can like either send your stuff to them or buy used clothes. And I like fun, cute graphic tees, and that this is one of the two that I actually picked up, and it's a crop top, which is also really fun because I have only recently kind of gotten used to the fact of wearing crop tops. I did not used to in the past enjoy wearing crop tops because I think I was self-conscious about it. I am not nearly as self-conscious about it anymore. I am feeling much more confident in myself. But we are not talking about that anymore. That is just random noise. Today, we are bringing you book reviews. Ta-da, ta-da. As we do. And also, we're just showing you off my new hair. I had a flower fall earlier. Didn't even light my lights. But we're only recording a couple of episodes today. I usually do some batch reading or batch reviews, and I think today I'm only doing like 2 or 3, but that's okay because these are pretty decent ones, I think. And today we are doing the episode for Castle of the Cursed. Now, this one I was drawn to because it's review and it was kind of had like this cool dark gothic-y cover, and the author is Romina Garber. So I will say I was drawn to it because it gave me dark vampire-y vibes. I was not disappointed because that's exactly what I got. I got dark vampire-y vibes. And I do think I also got some very Dracula-esque vibes. Now, it does not take place in Transylvania. It takes place in Spain. And I will give you guys a little bit of the summary. I might not read the whole thing because it is kind of a couple of paragraphs. Now, it does fall into the category of YA, horror, gothic, a little romance, a little paranormal, mystery, and more. So, the house is always hungry. After a mysterious attack claims the lives of her parents, all Estella has is her determination to solve the case. Suffering from survivor's guilt so intense she might actually lose her grip on reality, she accepts an invitation to live overseas with an estranged aunt at their ancestral Spanish castle, La Sombra. Beneath its gothic facade, La Sombra harbors a trove of family secrets, and Estella begins to suspect her parents' death may be linked to their past. Her investigation takes a supernatural turn when she crosses paths with a silver-eyed boy only she can see. Estella worries Sebastian is a hallucination, but he claims he's been trapped in the castle. They grudgingly team up to find answers, and as their investigation ignites, so does a romance. Mistrust twined with every caress. Woo. So I will say that's probably like there's still one more little paragraph. I don't want to read the whole thing for you guys because I think you guys can, if you're here, you can probably read. I am not here to talk down to you all. I am not here to read chapters to you guys. I am here to give you guys my thoughts And I think this was a 4-star for me, which feels pretty on point for what I'm seeing review wise on Goodreads. Um, I think it's got a good story. I think it could have been a little bit more mysterious, but I think I saw some of it coming, so it wasn't too. It wasn't as mysterious as I kind of hoped. Now, there were some points of it that I was like, what's going on? And so that was pretty cool. I like not knowing what's going on. Like, did this person get eaten by a vampire? Did this person just run away? Like, what's going on? All that stuff is fun. I like the mystery of not knowing. I don't like this very angsty teenage sort of like, okay, he's already bitten her neck and now she's like craving this sort of like, she's like craving that attention. And I'm like, girl, you've got issues. Like, this feels kind of like you're a masochist or something. Is that what it is? Like, when you crave punishment, like, is that what that is? I don't know, but girl needs to work on some therapy, and we should work on that. But what happened is Estella was on a subway train in New York with her parents, and this is not giving a spoiler, I don't feel like, because this happens within about the first chapter or so of the book. Like, this is the opening part of the book. Estella and about 25 individuals are on a subway train in New York. Something happens in this subway train, and Estella sees a dark cloud almost come through this subway train. Well, in that moment, the other individuals in that car with her, they all perish, and she is the only one left alive. So of this, they call it like the subway 25 or something like that. She is the only one who survived. So she then goes under the protection of like the FBI and a lot of government agencies, not only for them to try to figure out what happened, but for her, she kind of goes mute for a while because she doesn't, not only has she like survived something incredibly tragic that took the lives of her parents, and she's kind of had to see that, but she's also the sole survivor of something that she can't wrap her brain around. And it was very much traumatizing for her. So you see that, and she does go into kind of an institution for a little while, which is a very traumatic experience for her. And so ultimately, they discover that her and her parents are not actually in the country legally. And that, again, I don't feel like is a spoiler, because how else, like, I mean, we're forwarding the story. The spoilers come where, like, what happens in the castle. I think it would be super cool to have some sort of ancestral castle somewhere. My mom always makes comments about how, like, we have a castle, like, named like in her maiden name in Ireland. I'm like, Mom, please don't do that. Like, I get it. Like, we have several generations back, but please don't go over there. Like, please don't go to Ireland and be like, yeah, my ancestors are from here. Like, that's not a whole thing. Everybody's ancestors are from there. But all joking aside, this book does have some gothic romance, that it has some mystery. We are trying to solve not only the mystery of what happened on that train, we are trying to solve the mystery of the castle itself, the mystery of Sebastian, who is more or less this very mysterious creature. He, I mean, without giving too many spoilers, he is kind of our Edward Cullen of this particular book. And she does start to kind of have this supernatural crush on this guy. I'm not 100% certain she is fully trauma-free enough to make romantic decisions, but I'm going to let that one be. I think Philippe might be a better option for her. He is a local bookshop owner's son, and he kind of is starting to teach her some Spanish in order to help her navigate her way through this culture that she does not know much about, but has been like kind of sunk into at this point. So she's learning about the culture. She is helping her aunt in the clinic, where her aunt is not only the mayor of this particular town, but her aunt is also like the local doctor. And her aunt seems to go around wearing a lot of black, running around in this castle, not inviting anybody over, and being very mysterious. So aunt is very sketchy, just by the way. I think her aunt needs to be a little bit more open-minded or inviting. There is some questions to be asked about this aunt, but I think it had so much potential, but there are some moments for me. Then this is where I give it the 4 stars instead of a full 5. So, and again, I feel as though 4 stars is pretty on par for, again, what I'm seeing on Goodreads. Is I just felt like it lost a little bit of something with going so far into the YA realm. We could have kept it a little less Twilight-esque vibe between Sebastian and Estella. I think we could have minimized some of that young romance a little bit, and we could have enhanced the mystery a little bit to give it a better, more mature overall kind of theme, at least in my perspective. Now, if she was going for that YA romance, then I think she nailed it. But I think that's where she tended to lose some of her audience, because the audience that consumed Twilight has gotten older. And I think we've grown up. We've seen some of the negatives of Twilight. Now, we may still have hold nostalgia for it, but we also see that that's a lot of the aspects of that relationship is not super healthy. And going back and kind of having a relationship that's kind of similar in a lot of different ways to that, we start to, again, see some of the elements that are not incredibly healthy. And it was a little campy in certain ways. And I think that's where we could have tamped some of that down, focused a little bit more on the mystery aspect of it, built in a little bit more suspense, pulled back on some of that romancy campiness, and we probably could have held the audience's attention, the reader's attention, a little bit more without that kind of teen angsty lustfulness. I think that's just where I was kind of having mixed feelings about it, because I really liked it. I had the audiobook version, so I do want to thank NetGalley for allowing me to have that audiobook version. Again, I give it 4 stars, and this is my honest review. Those are the elements that were working and weren't working for me, because I love a good gothic vibe. I love a good vampire-y sort of vibe. I will always pick up books that are in that genre, because there's something that's about a good, dark, brooding book that really just fits well with me. You give me anything that's kind of got some paranormal, I'm going to consume it. This is not a hard book to consume, and in fact, it went pretty quickly, even with the audiobook of being, I want to say it was somewhere between 14 and 15 hours, somewhere like that. It is about 300 pages. The release date for this book is July 30th, so I'm going to try to release this episode right around that time frame, maybe a day or two early, just so you guys have an idea if it's something that sounds like it's up your alley. If it is, I really hope you'll go out and find it, because it really could be up your alley. I know there are some people who love a fantastic campy sort of book, who love that sort of YA kind of romancy vibe. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm really not. I think that I wasn't expecting so much of it in this book, and I think I was hoping for a little bit more Queen of the Damned, a little bit more dark gothic, a little bit more blood running down the walls and secret chambers and all that sort of stuff, which we do. We get some secret chambers and some family secrets and all of that stuff. Just could have done with maybe like a quarter less like jonesing over Vampire Boy or what have you. But that's me. That is just me. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in on this episode. I hope you'll let me know, like, if you plan to read this. Honestly, you know what? Leave a comment down below. Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? Are you werewolf or vampire? I guess at this point we need to know which one you are. And I will see you guys on the next page. I've got my coffee. I'm so very excited, and I'm going to have a fantastic day. Yeah, it is an awesome, awesome Saturday, and I will see you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.